Hello, hello. So I want to talk a little bit about art and NFT. So when the kind of first art NFT things came about, there were pictures of monkeys and there were lots of money and there were all kinds of craziness, and it kind of hid the real value in my mind. So of course, lots of things are going on. There's lots of hype. But I'll tell you what I'm excited about in this domain. So I don't have that much art. This is one statue I have. It's called The Professor. And it was made by a wife of a dear friend. And I know him, her, I like him, I like her. It has a deeper meaning to me because of that. And this is another one that was painted by somebody I deeply admire. And the meaning of this painting is very important to me, but it's the combination of the painting and the person. Anyway, why am I telling you all of this? I think that when we have art, there's the aesthetic beauty. There's the meaning behind it, the things that we can find out about the piece of art is behind it. So there's aesthetic beauty, there's the meaning, but there's also the connection to the artist. And in both of these pieces, I have some connection to the artist. And I think everybody who buys art also wants some connection to the artist, some appreciation for the person who created this art. Now, NFT are really interesting because the connection to the artist can stay for longer in a more meaningful way. So imagine, for example, that I just bought a painting and I hung it on my wall. It's on my wall and it's connected to the aesthetic beauty, the meaning, and the artist. What if it was an NFT? And what if I only bought 90% that piece? And the artist still owns 10% of the art. And of course, with NFTs, if I sell it for a profit, the artist would get part of the profit and so on. So the artist has an interest in this approach, but I think I would feel even more connected to the artist. I would say, oh my goodness, you see this piece of art there? Me and the artist were partners on this. So I think that NFTs create a way for a new way of ownership. Ownership and pride and connection are kind of a layer on top of lots of things that can give it meaning and more value. I personally would enjoy more going to a coffee shop if I was an 0.0001 owner of that coffee shop. I would enjoy consuming a piece of art if I had a connection to the artist. So my excitement from NFT, there's also a lot of hype and lots of terrible things, but my excitement about it is about this idea that we can create a tighter link between the person who generated the art and the people who are hanging it, consuming it, enjoying it. And I think if we can get that, if that will be the real issue of NFTs, increase connection between the person who created the art and the people who are consuming it, then it will be a really good direction. Now, is that direction it's going? I'm not sure. Is the direction it should be going, NFTs? I think the answer is yes. We'll see, but I'm rooting for new models of co-ownership and with that more meaning and more value. Bye for now.